Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Been spending a lot of time recently talking about the transfer portal, and rightfully so. It's a big part of college football in 2025, and a big part of that is also your current roster retention, keeping guys like Arian Carter, who allegedly was being recruited behind the scenes, right? Tampering is real in college football right now. We saw Boo Carter flirt with the transfer portal. Mike Matthews walked all the way up to the edge, teased going into the portal, but ultimately what Josh Heupel and his coaching staff sold Mike Matthews kept him at Tennessee. So not only are you recruiting your current roster, you're recruiting targets in the transfer portal, you're also continuing to recruit at a high school level. Then you can get convoluted when you look at the new rules because of JUCO, because of Diego Pavia, those guys getting extra years of eligibility. And I don't think maybe high school recruiting has as much as a priority as it did at one point in time, but it is still important. And Josh Heupel is off to a pretty dang good start in the class of 2026. You can see there the On3 industry rankings. Tennessee currently ranked third in the country, first in the SEC. That's great, but we have a long way to go, but I would still rather start hot. We talk about peer recruiting. It is huge in college football, and you've got your quarterback, right? You've got five-star quarterback Faison Brandon. 247 Sports has him as the number one overall player in the country. Josh Heupel got him committed back in August of last year, got him in the boat early. Now we can peer recruit, but you've got a great foundation here for this class of 26. You got some blue chip prospects in Faison Brandon, Tyreek King, Carson Sneed, Brandon Anderson, a four-star interior offensive lineman out of Georgia. He's ranked inside the on 300. The most recent commit, Gabriel Ascenda, jumped in the boat on Saturday. You can check out our film breakdown we put out yesterday morning. Coach Jay did a great job with Gabriel Ascenda breaking down maybe what he needs to work on, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are. If you missed that video, go back, check it out, give it a watch. But you look at this class of 26, Tennessee is off to a fast start. You got that five-star quarterback. What if you added a five-star wide receiver? We have seen Coach Pope. We've seen Josh Heupel land some pretty dang good wide receivers, but that elite guy, that top blue chip guy always seems to get away. I'm thinking Carnell Tate, Ryan Wingo. We did add Mike Matthews. I think 2025 is going to be a huge opportunity for Mike Matthews to go out there on the field and prove himself. Can Travis Smith, a freshman wide receiver, a blue chip guy, top 75 guy, can he go out and make an impact in 2025? But I want to talk about one of the top wide receiver prospects, if not the top wide receiver prospect in the class of 26, and it certainly feels like Tennessee is out front. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about Triston Keys, but first I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up right down there below the video. It's quick, free, and easy, and it helps the channel. I would appreciate it. If it's your first time here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media reporters. We don't pretend to be any of that. What we are is exactly what you are, and that is fans. For the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I had a fun live stream last night with Tennessee wide receiver Amari Jefferson. We talked about his time at Alabama, his recruiting sales pitch from Nick Saban. We talked about why he chose to come home to Tennessee. And we also got to know a little bit about Amari Jefferson, the guy. It's a fun interview. Go back, give it a watch. Also, we'll be live tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, playing EA Sports College Football and talking all things Tennessee football. But let's talk Triston Keys, a five-star wide receiver out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 6'2", 185. You can see there, again, elite. This is when you throw the word elite out, this is what you're talking about. Triston Keys, five-star wide receiver, seventh best player in the country, according to the industry rankings. If you go down to 247 Sports, they've got him as a top five guy, fourth best player in the country, number one wide receiver. What would that mean for Josh Heupel to have the number one quarterback in Faison Brandon mixed in with the number one wide receiver in the country, Triston Keys? Now, he said the teams that are recruiting him the hardest would be Tennessee, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama, and Auburn. He did take two unofficial visits last year for games against Florida and Kentucky inside of Neyland Stadium. Now, coming out of the Florida game, this is what Triston Keys had to say. He said, "I love the environment." Says it's the loudest stadium I've ever been in. Great support from the fans. I liked how the coaches trusted the players to go out there and make a play, even after a bad play. They trust them to go back out there and make a play that impacts the game. I love that. They just moved up, man. I can't even compare it to any other experience. It was different. The fan base was different. Everybody was happy to see me. It was like that feeling when you touch a place and you have that feeling. Certainly sounds to me like Triston Keys pretty high on Tennessee. Now, Josh Heupel, Joey Halzle, Kelsey Pope, all just recently visited him down at his high school in Mississippi this past Friday, spent some time with him on the campus, and then also took in his basketball game on Friday night. Now, I want to take a look at some of his highlights, let you guys take a look at some of the tape from his junior season. Let me know what you think about Triston Keys in the comment section down below. I'm going to take a look at his scouting report from Andrew Ivins over at 247 Sports. As a junior, he had 58 catches, 1,275 receiving yards for 14 touchdowns. The scouting report says a potential game wrecker on the outside that can attack all three levels and constantly challenge defenses. Pairs elite ball skills together with dynamic route running, superior athleticism, and long levered frame. Creates separation with his suddenness and will break off defensive backs with snappy cuts, attacks the football with confidence, and has a rather high success rate in contested catch situations, usually creating an advantage with his natural bounce. Competitive with the ball in his hands. You just saw that on the screen right there. Can hit the throttle to capitalize on his catch and run opportunities. Shined on the offseason circuit at multiple events the summer after sophomore year before assembling elite junior tape for a Hattiesburg squad that went undefeated during the regular season. Might not ever be classified as a true burner, but has the skill set to emerge as a playmaker and a trusted option on the perimeter for a college football playoff contender, given the combination of size, fluidity, and coordination. He was also one of the top performers at the Under Armour All-American game earlier this month. Update from Charles Powers after that week said Triston Keys turned in a strong week of practice at the Under Armour, backed up by a solid showing in Thursday's game. At 6'2", 185 pounds with good length, he was one of the more physically gifted pass catchers on hand. Keys showcased well-rounded technical skill set in Orlando. He was a standout on day one, showing the strong hands and the ability to finish through contact while working over the middle of the field, in addition to being a catch point maven. Keys ran good routes along with the capability to pick up yards after the catch. The Hattiesburg High School standout made a nice grab in Thursday's game as well. The showing in Orlando, along with his outstanding junior film, makes Keys a legitimate challenger for the number one wide receiver prospect in the 26 cycle. Now, Chad Simmons actually put an update out on January the 1st, said Tennessee and Texas A&M are battling for the number one spot on Triston Keys' list. The five-star wide receiver out of Hattiesburg has lived up to the hype this week. Many schools will be fighting for his commitment in the coming months. The Vols may have a slight edge. Now, you roll over to 247 Sports. Tom Loy actually put in a crystal ball prediction for Tennessee to land Triston Keys. Put that in last October. So Tennessee has been in this for quite some time. Now, VolQuest put out an update a few weeks ago. It said Tennessee remains in good shape with Triston Keys as we approach the new year. They built a really strong foundation with him, and they remain the team to beat here in this one. Now, this past Friday, they put out another update, said the Vols continue to sit in a fantastic spot for the elite wide receiver for a decision likely to be made in the next few weeks. Now, the quote from him says, I would say I'll make a decision sometime between February, March, or April. I'll make that decision. I feel like I am getting close. So we will continue to keep an eye on Triston Keys. But again, you've already built that foundation for the class of 26. You've got your quarterback. You've got some skill position players. Now you're looking to add an elite wide receiver, possibly the best wide receiver in the country in Triston Keys in this class of 26. What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. If you like what we do, you want to support it, think about hitting that join button down below. It's just $1 per month. It keeps the lights on. It allows us to bring you content on Tennessee football every single day of the year, but we need your support throughout the offseason. So think about hitting that join button. There is also a link in the description below where you can do that. There's also a link where you can pick up the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. But if not, smash the thumbs up because it's quick, free, and easy. Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.